Alright, to start today, I want to do a little review. And that review is turning decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. Conversion. Now, we'll start with fractions to decimals. To write a decimal to a fraction, or a fraction or mixed number to a decimal, we follow pretty simple steps. Let's start again with decimals to fractions. So we have a decimal. What we need to be able to do is identify the place value, working our way all the way out. We have to be able to read the decimal in our own words. So we have here the tenths place and the hundredths place. So this is 58 hundredths. We have our tenths place, our hundredths place, and then our thousands and our 10,000ths if you want to go past that. So all we have to do to go from a decimal to a fraction, make our line there, so as we're writing a fraction. We want to put the denominator as our greatest place value. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, find your greatest place value, and that is going to be your denominator. In this case, hundredths is our furthest place value to the right, so we're going to put this one over 100. If it was just tenths, our place value, our denominator would be 10, because tenths is our furthest place value to the right. And then as our numerator, we're just going to take these digits, in this case 58, and we're going to put this as our numerator. It's also a translation. 58 hundredths is equivalent to 58 hundredths. We're just rewriting it from a decimal to a fraction. Now, here is the trick. We want to do it in simplest form. So if we have two even numbers, we know automatically we can divide them by 2. And other numbers, if we are familiar with our 4s or our 6s, if we're more comfortable, we can go to those as well, but I'll start with 2 to keep it simple. So 58 over 100, they're both even, so we know already they're not in simplest form. So divide by 2, 58 divided by 2 gets you 27. 100 divided by 2 gets you 50. Following along? Good. Now, what we want to do is we want to break these numbers down so that there is nothing we can take out of the top or the bottom, nothing we can divide that is the same. We can't divide 2 out of 50 and 27 because 27 is not divisible by 2. 27 is divisible by 3, but 50 is not. Same with 9, so we know that it is in simplest form. So, to recap, what to do to turn from a decimal to a fraction is to be comfortable with your place values, your tenths, your hundredths. I'll do one more problem over here so you can see. If we have this is 4 tenths. We see that this is the tenths place. So we take 4 tenths and we identify this right here. Now, here's a trick, I'll pause for a second, that I saw happen a lot. A lot of students read this as 8 tenths. This is not 8 tenths. This is 8 tenths. Be very careful to look at your place values. There is a 0 in the tenths place and an 8 in the hundredths place. If you have 2 digits, that means 2 digits past the decimal, it's going to be in the hundredths, which means your fraction is going to have 100 over it. You bring this down here, the digit is 8, so you're going to have 8 hundredths. Simply divide both sides by 4, and you're going to end up with 2 over 25. Simplest form. If you need help on simplest form, there are other videos that you can find throughout YouTube just by Googling simplifying fractions. Again, the phrase is simplifying fractions. I'll write it down here for you. If you need help to simplify fractions, there are many videos out there that will help you and walk you right through it so you can make sure you're getting the right answer. Because you're only going to get half credit unless you simplify the fraction, and that's what we talk about. So again, it's just knowing the tenths, the hundredths place, identifying that first, using that as your denominator, and writing that digit as your numerator. Fractions to decimals is a little bit different. So with fractions to decimals, what we do is we follow a pretty simple formula. We have a fraction here with our numerator here. I'll label this. And our denominator here. Our numerator and our denominator, the top number and the bottom number. To divide fractions, to put fractions to decimals, we divide. That's our one step. We need to divide. When I look that you are converting properly, I'm going to be looking for your division. There are a few that we're going to memorize as fractions to decimals, but division is how you solve and the fractions, and it'll work out pretty clearly. But here's what we want to look for. So you're going to have your denominator on the outside and your numerator on the inside of this division problem. Clean that up a little bit. So it looks like that. So all we have to do is divide 8 and here. Now here's where it gets tricky. This 8 doesn't go into 5. So as soon as we have a number that doesn't go in, like 8 doesn't go into 5, we want to put a decimal in our answer. Right there. 8 goes into 5, it just doesn't, so we put a decimal right there. The minute you put this decimal, you can start adding zeros. Start with 1. The 8 does go into 50, so we're good there. We don't need to add any more zeros. 8 does go into 50. So how many times does 8 go into 50? Well, 8 goes into 50 6 times. 8 times 6 is 48. 2. We don't do remainders when we get to work with decimals. So we have a 2 here we need to get rid of. We need to add another 0 and bring it on down. How many times does 8 go into 20? Well, now that works. Now we can do it. 8 goes into 20 twice. 8 times 2 is 16. We're left with 4. Again, we don't do remainders. We want to clean this up and get rid of it. So we need to add another 0. How many can we add? We can add as many until we finish this problem, or we can see a pattern of the decimal repeating. In this case, we're going to keep going and see what we get. 8 goes into, now 40, 5 times, and 5 times 8 is 40. So we're done, and we have a solid answer, and that answer is 5/8 is equivalent to 625 thousandths, or 0.625, depending on how you say it. So when you are turning fractions to decimals, you simply want to divide the denominator and the numerator. You take a look at that, and I'll show you one more time. Now, let's bring up something. I often see this. This is not correct, and it is not a shortcut, and this is not acceptable. There is not an easy way out. You must do division, and if you need help, go ahead and ask me, or simply Google converting fractions to decimals for a couple of other videos to really help you out. But we can't take shortcuts. All we have to do is divide. If you need more practice with division, or you want to get a handle of it, there are several great videos. If you Google dividing or dividing with decimals, there are some fantastic videos. I particularly like, if you're having trouble with division, Math Antics, which is 2 words. Math Antics does some great videos on long division. They have 2-part videos, and they are fantastic if you need a little bit of review on how to divide with long division. Let's do one more example. We're going to turn this into a decimal. We're going to take our denominator and put it here. Goes just like that. We set up a division problem. Again, when I'm checking your work, we're looking for a division problem. I'm looking for you to show me your work. 3 does not go into 2, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a decimal already. 3, however, does go into 20 when I add that first 0. So 3 goes into 20 6 times, 18, 2 left over. You don't want to have a 2 left over, so we're going to put another 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times, 18. I can see that I'm going to start to have a pattern. But this decimal is in fact repeating and it doesn't terminate. So what I'm going to do is, because 6 can be rounded up, remember every digit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you round up. I can round this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round up my answer. And I'm going to say that 2/3 is equal to 0.667. And I'll put a little line there that shows that normally it does repeat, but 0.667 is what we turn 2/3 into. And that's how we convert decimals, fractions to decimals. So we've converted fractions to decimals and decimals to fractions. If you need additional help, you can stop by and ask me. You can ask me any specific questions relating to this or any other topic during break or lunch. And I'm also happy to point to any other videos to help you practice and find additional resources. That's it.